Hello, Bayside. It's me again. I'm trying my phone this week instead of the headphones and computer because, well, that takes better video. We'll see how the audio turns out. I hope you guys have all been practicing your verse. Let me see if I can do it here. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. John 14:27. It worked out pretty well. I think I got it right. I don't have it right in front of me, so hopefully. Anyways, guys, I'm here talking to you from my couch again. This week we have a different verse, and I decided to go with the verse sections that Thomas, our pastor, had first started out with kind of when this all went down and we had our first online church service. Romans 12:9 through 13. Now, don't worry, I'm not expecting you guys to all memorize all of this. I know Thomas really wants you guys to memorize 12:12. However, I am looking at 12:13. So Romans 12:13 says, "Contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality." Now, I know this can be really difficult right now because, well, hospitality isn't really something that we can do. Being stuck at home can be really frustrating, especially when you can't have your friends and family over. And I feel you there. But one thing you can do is when you're out walking or if you have to go to the grocery store or even just driving along, don't pretend like everyone has the plague. Instead, smile and wave when you go past them. I mean, don't cough in their direction or anything, but, be friendly. And when this is all over, you know what? Invite your friends and family over. Get to know your neighbors a little bit better. Have a block party. Have a bonfire. I mean, if maybe just a regular fire, maybe not a bonfire. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about with this, it not only talks about hospitality, but it talks about contributing to the needs of the saints. And right now, there are a lot of people who need a lot of things. And some of you who are watching this might be those people. And you may or may not know our church has a benevolent fund and a food shelf, actually. And we've been kind of trying to promote those a little bit more. Actually, it's kind of funny, not in a haha kind of way, but last spring, right around this time, maybe a month later, I actually ended up needing the benevolent fund. We had our sewer line from our house out to the alley break down and collapse. And at the same time, our dog had his stomach flip, which required emergency surgery. So it was a lot of expenses all of a sudden, all at once. It was a very stressful time. And I'm a very prideful person, and so it was really hard for me, but I broke down and filled out the application for the benevolent fund, and our church stepped in and helped us out. And some of you I know have probably taken advantage of this when you've had the chance. And then the food shelf, of course, is also there. Right now, if you want to donate to the benevolent fund or the food shelf, a really good way to do that would be going on your phone and selecting the benevolent fund when you go to make a donation. Now, our church, of course, still needs its normal funds, but usually what has happened is the first Sunday of the month is when we do our benevolent giving. It's when you get the little envelope in the bulletin. And this month, because we're not going to church, there were no envelopes in the bulletin. We just had communion, so you all know it was the first of the month, the first Sunday of the month at least. So now would be a really good time to go out there, donate to the benevolent fund, especially if you normally do. We're going to probably be needing those funds specifically. And right now, funds that are going to the benevolent fund will also be used for food shelf items if needed. Now, if you have extra food items, or if you would like to donate food items, I think they're working on a way to do that. And if you have other things that you want to help out with delivery to people who are homebound, anything else that might be coming up, contact Kathy Brookmole at kbrookmole@baysidesuperior.org, and she can help you out. She is kind of heading up a lot of the calls and out to our members, and so she can tell you what you can help out with, or can at least mark you down on the roster as someone who would like to help. Because we are looking not only for people who need help, but for people who are willing to help. So if you have a little extra right now from your tax refund, or if you're just really feeling called to give, now would be a good time. So, one last time, Romans 12:13, contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality. So I hope you guys memorize this week, and we'll see you next week.